Hello, this is Mr. Reindl. I've done a few videos for the elementary, so thought it would only be appropriate to shoot a quick shout out to the middle school and high school there at Kimball. The kids that I work with and my colleagues work with. Hey, we miss you. This thing was way, it's crazy, we're not. We were kind of prepared, getting things ready for e-learning in case, but then like the whole world just like shut down. So this is, when they say unprecedented, it definitely is something that will go down in history books. And it's a stressful time for you guys, forced into e-learning, stressful time for teachers forced into e-learning. Even the parents, they're trying to work and then make sure you get your stuff done. So it's a stressful time. But I just want to quick talk about a couple things, just to give you guys a shout out and say, hey, you guys are doing good. Just keep doing what you're doing. Continue to do a good job. Continue to Zoom. Continue to connect with your teachers. Hey, we miss your energy. We miss that a lot, and for this thing to take an effect like it has, it's been mind blowing. Like, what the heck, I feel not just me, but could probably say this, speak for everybody, but I feel bad for you guys. I feel bad for the seniors. With Governor Nome saying that school is pretty much closed, that eliminates a lot of things. Who knows what the summer is going to bring? I think about baseball and softball for the little kids. I think about 4-Hers with their projects. There's a lot of things to just focus on the negative, but we gotta focus on the positive. I have a little sheet here, talking about the negative and positive thoughts. So I'm gonna hold up this piece of paper for you, and I want you to think about just describing the paper. Okay? Seems ridiculous. I know. I do these kind of things all the time, so this is nothing new for you guys. But what is it that you're focused on right now? Probably just the black dot. Let's call that the COVID, all right? Well, there's much more on this piece of paper than just the vid, okay? We just don't see it. We haven't put it there yet. We haven't had the opportunity yet to fill that sheet of paper out. If you're focusing just on this right here, that's what's wrong. We have to focus on all areas of this paper. Your faith, your family, your values, your positive thoughts, your work habits, your intestinal fortitude, your grit. Now's the time to focus on those things and really put into perspective how you want the rest of your life to go. This thing's not gonna, it's gonna slow us down, but it's not gonna stop us. Okay, you can't just sit back and let this thing beat you down, because I tell you what, you're probably already doing that yourself. We are our own worst enemy, and our thoughts in our head control everything that we do. It's our perspective on things. And if you're focusing just on that black little dot, then we need to re-examine that. We need to refocus that. And that goes for anybody that's watching this video. Sorry about that. We tend to lose focus sometimes, but right now is the time to stay focused. Now is the time to reevaluate things. Not just reevaluate our life, but just our connections. We're used to that. Humans need connection. We're used to feeling that we feel belonged. Well, right now we might not feel belonged because we're not in school, we're not part of our church groups, we're not part of work. Who knows? But the most important people that you need to focus on right now are the ones that you share your house with. Okay? Whether that's good times or bad times, you need to focus on building those relationships up. And that's not easy. I mean, that's easy for me to say, sitting here behind a camera, but we're going to screw up, but you got to forgive yourself. We got to keep moving forward. We got to not lose focus on what's important. And that's the next 6 months. That's the next year. That's the next 5 years. I mean, this thing's not going to last forever. They're going to find a vaccine or whatever, hopefully, and we might lose out on some things. I feel bad for the track kids, the golf kids, the FFA kids, student council kids, the 4-H kids, but all that stuff, I mean, it's going to be a drop in the bucket when we look back on it in 5 years and think, I can't believe I went without that. But don't lose focus, and it's all about perspective. Another little thing that I want to show you, and I know I've showed this before to some kids, so if you see it, don't tell anybody. But I just want you to read what you see here. What's that say? Does that say hope is nowhere? Is that what you're seeing? Because if that's what you're seeing, I want you to re-examine that and refocus. Because what it also says, come on, hope is now here. You got to break that apart. You got to break that apart. You got to break that whole thing apart. And that's what we need to do. We need to break everything apart, focus on certain little things that we can do right, do the right thing, and keep moving forward. And I know you can do it, and I know everybody can do it, and we're going to do it. And when we get back to school, whether that's, obviously it'll be next year. Hopefully it's next year. We're going to have the biggest party. We're going to have ice cream. We're going to have pop. We're going to have cake. We're going to have a DJ. I mean, we're going to blast this thing out. And when we get back together, it's going to be a big old party at Kimball School. I can guarantee you that. Is that all right, Mr. Dykstra? Is that good, Dr. Noyd? Okay, well, I haven't asked him yet, but we're going to do it anyway. So when we get back together, we're going to be rocking this thing out. We're going to go full steam ahead, and we're going to focus on the good vibes, all right? So, hey, keep it real, everybody.